Hey, thanks for joining us. It's Brett Gregory. So glad to have you here today. And if you're just coming online, go up to the chat box and write in the questions and tell us what city and country you're tuning in from. So if you're just joining us, just go right over here and tell us what city and country you're tuning in from. We've got a really great program for you today because we're going to be talking about Instagram ads. So if you've heard anything that Instagram is, you're going to be able to advertise on Instagram. Well, it's now here. So the Instagram ads have finally arrived. And we're going to be talking today about how you can go about setting up your own Instagram ads. And the thing that I love about this is that it is, it's kind of like Facebook ads used to be. So I started advertising on Facebook when they first came out. It was like 2009 kind of time frame, and it was really easy to get very inexpensive clicks, to get very cheap likes, to get very inexpensive clicks coming to your website, and get a lot of people, a lot of traffic, and get a lot of engagement, and make a lot of money kind of easily off of Facebook ads. Well, on Facebook, those days are kind of long gone. It's not impossible to get very cheap clicks and cheap email addresses anymore. But it's a lot harder, and also depends on where you're advertising. Depends on a lot of factors, really. But different story with Instagram. So now, as some of you may know, Instagram is owned by Facebook. Okay, so it's important that you understand how the two interact and connect. And the nice thing is you get to use Facebook's platform, which they've got a very, very robust platform to help you figure out exactly, precisely who to target, and that will flow through into Instagram. So they've really made it fairly seamless for you, and we've already got the results in from our most recent Instagram ad, and we're going to be sharing that with you. And I'm also going to walk you through how to set up your own Facebook ad. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to share my screen with you. So right now, hey Janet, hey Cindy, welcome. If you're just joining us, go in and write on the Hangout control panel and write in the questions box. Tell me what city and country that you're tuning in from, and then tell us, hey, Marita from New Jersey, Elena from New York, thanks for being here. And then tell us when it comes to getting your customers and getting traffic, what's the #1 challenge that you're having? And we're going to focus today on getting new customers off of the Instagram ads. So this is going to be a lot of fun, all right? So here we go. The other thing is, if you are interested, and hey, Paul from Portland, welcome. So again, if you're just joining us, tell us what city and country you're tuning in from. If you're also interested specifically in the ads themselves, I mean, tell us specifically, do you use Instagram? Have you ever had any challenges getting customers from Instagram? Because that's what we're going to focus on today, is how you can capitalize on this new ad platform. And we'll kind of dive into the details, and I'll answer all your questions. I'll show you the results we had. We had some pretty encouraging results. It was a very small sample, and it was a preliminary test, but the results that we got from the small preliminary test were very encouraging. So hey, Angus from London, how you doing, my friend? And we've got Bayram, and hey, Pete from Alberta. Jay, can you share your thoughts on automated webinars? I sure can. Faith is from Jacksonville. Jean's from San Diego, my stomping grounds. Hey, Jean. Hey, Jay from Fort Collins, Colorado. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so one other thing. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you, and in fact, let me take a quick little poll. If you'd like to see how we go about making an information product quickly and easily, and if you are interested in kind of getting a behind the scenes sneak peek, then go and write in the chat box, write the words sneak peek, okay? And if a lot of people answer sneak peek, then what I'll do is I'll show you how I'm going to take the recording of this webinar that we're doing right now and turn it into an information product that we can sell online, and we can use it when the plan is to sell it for $7, and we're going to use it as what we call a tripwire product. And so all that means, it's just a fancy way of saying we're going to sell an information product for $7 to figure out who on our email list is a buyer, the people who are willing to pay. Because usually on any email list, 90% of the people on your email list, they just aren't the buyers. It's that 10% that we're mostly interested in. Okay, so a lot of people are saying, sneak peek, sneak peek. Okay, good. And hey, Mike from New Orleans. All right, so we only had 2 people say sneak peek so far. So if we don't get more, then, oh, wait, there's a few more. Jean, Christina, Robin. Okay, cool. All right, so that's enough people that I'll show you how we go about doing it. So let me go ahead and share my screen and show you. I'll kind of give you the behind the scenes sneak peek as to how we do this. And then, so here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And so now you can see my screen. And what I'm going to show you here is this is the, we're going to show you our ads manager, and specifically the ads that we're looking at are the Instagram ads. So I'm going to kind of walk you through, but let me just start, and this is our Instagram account. So I'm going to show you how you can get an ad up today on Instagram. But kind of the behind the scenes sneak peek that I was just talking about here is I really like ScreenFlow. Okay, so I'm going to click on ScreenFlow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this. You can see my little ScreenFlow recorder here. I'm going to record a portion of this. I'm not going to record the entire thing. The entire thing is going to be recorded. Everything that you're seeing right now is being recorded on Webinar Jam. But I'm going to record a slice of this to make our information product. And the information product is going to be how to create an Instagram ad. And it's going to go along with an ebook that we're creating and a little blog that we're creating. And I'll show you some really cool ways of how to do kind of everything, kind of put all this stuff together so that you can use your own knowledge and turn that into, turn it into real customers coming to you. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit the record button, and I'm just going to record a slice of this presentation. And the slice will probably be about 25 to 35 minutes long, but it's going to be all about how to create your own Instagram ad. All right, here we go. Okay, fan 1, 2, 3. So I click the record button, and we are now recording. Welcome, everybody. It's Bret Gregory, and today you're going to learn how to place your own Instagram ad. Yes, Instagram ads are finally here. And they are what I used to call, or I'll call the Wild West of Facebook ads. And what I mean by that is I started doing Facebook ads when they first came out in about 2008, 2009 timeframe. And when you first did Facebook ads way back when, it was really, really easy and inexpensive to get tons of clicks, tons of engagements, tons of email addresses. But then fast forward to today, it's not quite as easy anymore. However, Instagram is now the brand new ad platform. It's really been only available for a couple weeks now, and it is we're getting some very encouraging results from our first tests, and they've made it fairly easy to create your own Instagram ad. Really, if you have your Facebook ads account and you've got an Instagram account, you can create your Instagram ad. So I'm going to walk you through right now step by step, and you're going to learn exactly how to create your own Instagram ad. So let's get started. First thing I want to show you here is going into your Facebook Ads Manager. So first off, how do you get to your Facebook Ads Manager? So you would click on the upper left-hand icon on the Facebook icon, and that's going to take you to this page. And I'm just going to click over right here on Ads Manager, and that gets us to our ads account. Okay, and so once you're in your ads account, then you can navigate around. So here I'm already in the ads account, and what I'm showing you here is this is the Instagram ad that we had created, and I just want to show you some pretty encouraging results that we're getting. 38 cents per website click, 38 cents per website click from a very targeted audience. So really small sample. Just going to be really clear. This is a very, very small sample. We only spent $22. We got 59 website clicks, but that converted into sales. Okay, so we were driving traffic, and this is what the actual ad looks like. So people on Instagram, whether they're on their cell phone or whether they're on their computer, they can see this picture and they can click on the link, and that takes them to this page right here. All right, so this is where what we're advertising is get your free Facebook photo templates. You can see here to quickly attract more visitors and clients today. And what happens is when people click on this download now button, let me just take you over here and do it on a separate tab. You put in, you get their people's names and email right there. Okay, so then you click on give me my free template, and that then opts them in. Now, what the pages that we were using right there are called lead pages. That's leadpages.net. And I'm a big fan of leadpages.net. And what you can see here is now you're on step 2. So you've already given the name and email address. Your free email template is in your inbox. So we emailed the people who opted in their template. And now what we have is a recording of a webinar that I did teaching people how to use that template and how to create Facebook ads with it. And we have a program that we created, a very inexpensive, high quality program called Profitable Facebook Ads Step by Step, that guess what? If you click here, you can purchase that for $7. So I'll go ahead and click here and just show you what happens with the rest of the funnel. And by the way, when you get there, one of the things that it does is it gives you the opportunity to have an upgrade to not just only purchase the Profitable Facebook Ads Step-by-Step program for $7, but to upgrade and purchase the Facebook Marketing Bootcamp that we create and get a massive discount on that. So originally when we had taught that program live, it was $2,000. We give this massive, massive discount all the way down to $97 and click place order. Now, people don't have to take the upgrade. They can uncheck that box, and then they're only paying $7 for the program. So there's no requirement to take the upgrade. But if they do, they keep that yes button clicked. They can place order. They can place the order. So in the long run, I just want to show you what we were able to do with that. Now, to be 100% clear, we did not get all of these results from the just from the ad that we were showing you, just from the Instagram ad. But I just want to show you that these actually works. We were able to get 28% of cold traffic opting in. So, you know, I've heard people say that's good or that's bad, and you know what, it is what it is. Off of cold traffic, that means just people who've never met us before. I think 28% is really good. When we send out an email to our list, that number might be more like 58 or 68 or 78. We've gotten really high conversions off of our email list, but this is cold traffic, okay? And so we got 1,200 people opting in. In all, we ended up getting 2,000 people because we ran another campaign driving traffic to the directly to the step 2. And the cool thing is that we got 352 people to go to step 3, and 79 people purchased the $7 program, and 22 people purchased the $97 upsell. Okay, so if there's any doubt of whether or not this works, it's right there. So 79 people purchased the $7 program, 22 people purchased the upsell. Again, very clearly, full disclosure, that did not all come from Instagram, but I'm just sharing with you that this does work, and that in driving traffic using whether it's Instagram or Facebook, it does work. People actually purchase these kinds of programs if the offer is done correctly. Okay, so how do you actually go about creating this these Instagram ads here? So and in fact, I'm going to walk you through creating it here in just a second, but I want to show you the actual ads themselves here so you can take a look at it. So this is the Instagram ad that we created that was getting, and I'll click on the preview so you can see here, this is what it looks like. Okay, so that's what the actual Instagram ad it looks like. And this is a website clicks ad. So when people click on the Instagram, it's not just to get little hearts on the Instagram. I don't really care so much about that. That's the equivalent of getting likes on a post. You get little hearts on Instagram. What I want people to do is to click on it, come to our website, and put in their name and email, and hopefully purchase the $7 or the $97 upgrade. Okay, so that's what we're really trying to accomplish. All right, so how do you actually go about creating that? Well, very simple. You start with this create ad button. So let's just go into create ad. And you go to, so give me just 1 second here. Whoops, hang on just a second. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually create a similar ad. So let me start there. And so it's within our Instagram ads campaign. So give me just a moment here and bear with me, please, while this slow internet catches up to us here. Sorry, everybody. It's there's a lot of people on the call, so it's moving slowly. So please bear with me. It's this, I'm getting this spinning donut and I need the donut to stop spinning. So I apologize that it's taking so long. So give me just a moment here. Okay. Getting closer. Sorry, everybody. We'll be ready here in just a moment. Okay, so hang on just a moment, everybody. It's not cooperating with me, so I apologize. I'm working on it on another screen, so please bear with me. It wasn't working the way that I had hoped that it would just pop up. So just give me one moment, please. Okay, it doesn't want to cooperate with me. So I apologize, everybody. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you how we can, within this campaign, I'm going to create a new campaign, and this will go within our Instagram ads, and then I'll walk you through how it works. So I apologize. Facebook is not cooperating with me at the moment, and I'll be able to fix it very soon. So okay, here we go. So what I like to do when I create my ads, I like to use custom audiences. And since some people are familiar with custom audiences and some people aren't, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create an audience right now. And so what I'm going to start off by doing is using my top several countries. So let's start off with the United States. And we'll select that from the drop down. I'm going to start with go to Canada. And I'm going to go to United Kingdom. And I'm going to go to Australia and New Zealand. And I'll also throw in there Ireland. And these particular countries, by the way, these are like our top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries where people have purchased our programs. So I'm going to start with those. So there's all kinds of other ways to target people, but I'm starting with these countries where we have had the most sales of our information products. So let's start there, and then then we're going to go to, hang on just a moment. Then we're going to narrow it down. So before I go through, I like to narrow it down based on our just some simple customer demographics. So I'm going to start with people over the age of 35. The countries are all English-speaking countries, so I don't need those particular demographics. But there's some really cool stuff you can do in here. You could go in demographics. You can look, filter with people who, depending on what kind of relationship they're in, their education. You know, if you only wanted to target people college or above, specific employers or job titles, the income and net worth. This one is only available in the United States. So if you're targeting people in the United States, you can have their income designation or net worth designation. So there's all kinds of cool things you can do. What we typically do is I'm going to go into interests. And what I like to do in the interests is I like to type in something that my prospective customers are likely interested in. So let's start out with something like this. So social media examiner. All right, so I'm going to start with social media examiner, okay? And then it does something really cool. So I just put in social media examiner. Now what it's doing is it's giving me interests. And so it's giving me some pretty good ones here, like HubSpot. People who are interested in HubSpot are good, potential prospective customers. Same thing with Hootsuite. I think yes on things like search engine optimization. People who use search engine marketing, pay-per-click, social media optimization. I'm even going to throw in there Infusionsoft. Okay, so I'll throw in Infusionsoft. I saw, so like landing page, inbound marketing. So these are all really good interests. Okay, so that gets us to 1.9 million people. Now, I could go even further. I could go into behaviors. And here's something interesting. If I go into digital activities, one of the things I could do is I could target on people who are Facebook page administrators or people who have recently done a Facebook ad. There's 2.5 million people who have recently, like within the last 30 days, they've paid for a Facebook ad. That's a highly targeted list right there. People who have used Facebook payments that have spent more than $100 on average. That's also an awesome list. So you can click on those and add those people to the targeted list. And excuse me, actually, it did something different. It didn't add to the list. It subtracted. It narrowed the list. So you see here, it brought it down to 6,100 people. That's a little too narrow. So it's 6,100 people who have made Facebook payments and they like these things. So that's actually going to be a pretty decent audience. So in fact, let's add to that just a little bit more. I'm going to do Facebook pages recent, Facebook payments all, and let's do, let's see, where does that get us? 59,000 people. Okay, that's more targeted. Still a little smaller than I wanted it to be, so let's make it a little bit larger. We can go to, let's see, Facebook page administrators. That's probably going to make it really large. Let's take a look. Okay, 1.1 million people. That made a big difference. All right, so let's start with that there. And one of the cool things that you can do that I definitely recommend is you can click Save This Audience, okay? So when you create an audience, to make your life a lot easier next time, you can save this audience. So let's call this audience social media marketing. So I like to, I have a naming convention. So I go 1.1 million, age 35 plus, global social media marketing, right? So let me go to global, and we go to social media marketing. Okay, so there we go. And so you can put in whatever your daily, whatever you want your daily budget to be. If you want it to be $200, if you wanted it to be $1 a day, it doesn't matter. $5 a day, whatever you want it to be. But what you'll see here is that the estimated daily reach. So you'll see what the estimated daily reach is. So I'm going to start it with $50 a day. Okay, and what we're doing is we're optimizing for link clicks to the website. So I'm not going to touch anything. I'm going to leave everything as is by default, okay? And what I like to do on this audience name, I'm going to click on this audience name, and I'm going to paste it here in the ad set name so I know what it is that we're doing. In fact, this is an Instagram ad. Okay, so I got my Instagram ad running, and now it's going to ask me for the images here. And so I have an image that I had created, and so this is the one to go on the this is the image that's going to go in the Instagram. And with the headline, I'm not going to keep this headline, because what it does is it pulls off of the it just pulls it right off of the lead page itself. So I want to change the headline. So the headline is going to be, hang on just a second. This headline is going to be get your download your free viral photo templates. All right, and so let's see if it somehow it's not picking up the object for some reason. So let's see if we can add this image back in here. So hang on just a moment. See if it's going to cooperate with us. Right now, Facebook is not cooperating with us, and what I mean by that is I'm clicking the image and it's not allowing me to upload the image for some reason. So I apologize for that, everybody. Sometimes Facebook gets buggy and temperamental, and then this happens to be one of those times. Normally what you do is you click select image and it allows you to just upload the images, and for some reason it's not doing that. So I'm gonna try this again. Let me see if it's allowing me to turn this news feed on. I'm just gonna try this one more time. Hopefully it'll let me do this here. And you can click, I love these call to action buttons. They can dramatically increase your conversions. And so in this case, I'm gonna click download. And so download is good. I just started playing around with a few different ones, but sign up, download, learn more has been one of my most successful ones. But in this case, since somebody's actually going to be downloading something, I'm going to put the download call to action button. And then when you click on the advanced options, it allows you to add even more. So now I'm going to click place order on this because for whatever reason it wasn't allowing me to preview the images, and so I can click place order there, and then I can continue so we can go and look into the ads. So let's go back here now that we placed the order and we placed the ads, and let's just go back and take a look at the Instagram ads themselves. So hold on just a moment, bear with me. I'm going to click back into the ads manager so we can take a look at the ads. So one cool thing that you may have noticed is that the Instagram ads manager looks a whole lot like the Facebook ads manager. Guess why? Because it's managed by Facebook, okay? So I'm going to click here back on the Instagram ads. All right, once the donut stops spinning, there we go. So I click here back on the Instagram ads, and I can click on the let's take view existing insights here so we can see the results that we got. So remember, it was a very small test that we did. So we spent $22 on Instagram. We got 59 website clicks. So that's 38 cents per click. And I'm totally fine with that because that had allowed us to get to the people that we were seeking, which is exactly what we wanted to do, and help us, drive more traffic, more specific targeted traffic, and get more conversions. And so you can see again the Instagram ads. The platform is exactly like the Facebook platform because it is Facebook's ad platform. You can do all of the same types of refining and search and everything that you wanted to do, and that makes it extremely easy. And also, you can even add in all of the same tracking that you have, and everything else that you can do on Facebook, you can do it through Instagram. But the cool thing is you might be able to do it a whole lot cheaper. And the other thing that's also really interesting is for those of you that may have a younger audience, there's a lot of younger people on Instagram. And that is this is a really great way to reach them. So there are some really awesome things that you can do and ways that you can get to people through these Instagram ads. So let me go ahead and stop that secondary recording that we have going on here. And now I'm going to take some questions here. So let me go back to the Hangouts. All right. Okay, so a couple things. Here we go. Rochelle asked, Bret, 59 clicks for $22. Can you track conversions on those? Rochelle asks, if yes, how do you do it? Yes, you absolutely can, Rochelle. And the way that you do that is you put in a tracking pixel. So let me see if it's going to let us show you here the tracking pixel. And I think it will. Let me click on edit here. And so I'm going to show you how the tracking pixel portion works here. You can see here, so this is the Instagram ads. Oh, and right there, so you can see that this is what it looks like on Instagram. And hang on just a second. I just want to double check something on the ads manager there. So bear with me for just a moment. Sorry, hang on a second. I'm having to look at something on a different screen here. For some reason, I don't know why it's not allowing me to generate the preview. I know that the ad was working here, but you can see down here where it says conversion tracking, and it allows, I can click this little button that says choose a conversion tracking pixel. Okay, and it's I know it's at the very bottom of the screen, so it's this is a typical kind of Facebook glitch here where it's not letting me kind of navigate around. But this one that you see here at the bottom, this tracking pixel that you see here, and I'm sorry that it's so far down at the bottom of the screen, but it's a tracking pixel. And I select the tracking pixel, and what you do is in your lead pages, so if I look at this actual template here and I click edit on the template, where do you put that tracking pixel so you can actually track your cost per lead? Well, inside of lead pages makes this ridiculously easy for you. So if I click on up here at top, lead page options, and you click on tracking codes, you go and this is the tracking pixel right here. And so this tracking pixel is generated by Facebook. So I don't have to be a programmer or anything like that. I can just literally copy and paste the Facebook tracking pixel into my lead pages, and that makes it really easy. So just for reference there, I'll just show you how do you get to these Facebook tracking pixels. So if I go back to the Facebook Ads Manager, what I can do here, Rochelle, is I can go, if I click on these tools here in this drop down. So let me just click on tools here, and I can now go see where it says pixels. All right, so I can click on pixels, and in the pixels, there are pixels that we have. So you can see we're tracking our traffic from different areas using all of these pixels. So we can see all the people who are clicking on our active ads, and you know, what pages, like what domains, where are people going to, and this is our lead pages pixel that people were clicking on, and then the specific lead page, our Instagram ads, these 51 people right here were on that particular tracking pixel. So what we do is, let me get to the actual pixel itself here, can view the pixel code. Okay, and so these are the, so this is an example, like you just take this, you copy and paste, that's it. Like I don't have to be a programmer to know how to do that. So it makes it really easy to be able to do that. Let's see if I can click. Yeah, so those are all the different tracking pixels that we have. Oh, here we go. Facebook pixel and conversion tracking pixel. So I just needed to click that right there. It'll take a second. But that's how we can track all of that, Rochelle. Cindy, you had the same problem earlier. Jer, how big is your active email list? I don't know, somewhere north of 40 or 50,000. Jer, do you use a separate pixel for each ad? So that's a good question, Jer. You don't, it depends on what you're trying to do. And the reason why we have, you know, so many different tracking pixels is we can show how many people, we can track different things. So sometimes we're just trying to track leads. So, and so the one that we were just looking at here, these are the tracking pixels off of our really small sample ad that we're doing from the Instagram ads. But so sometimes we want to track leads. Sometimes we want to track sales. So these are called checkouts. Sometimes we want to track registrations. So it depends on what it is that you're trying to track. So the answer is no, we don't always use the same, we don't always use the same tracking pixels there. So Biba asks, I didn't see where you selected Instagram account on your Facebook Ads Manager. Yeah, for some reason it didn't pop up like it did the last time, Biba, and I'm now searching on Power Editor to go and find it. I think it might be on Facebook Business Manager ads. So I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can access it through there, Biba, and see if it pops up. So once I find out, I'll look. I'll let you know. Rochelle, Bret, is the cost per click I was referring to the 59 people? How do you track converting them to buying customers? Yeah, so that requires these kinds of tracking pixels, Rochelle. And what we do is, so you will have to put in. Usually in any kind of a funnel, you have to put in more than one tracking pixel. Okay, so one is for leads and then one is for sales. Okay, and so that's these checkout ads. So people who get to the checkout page when they actually come and purchase. So we had, on October 14th, 4 people purchased the $7 tripwire. So this pixel is tracking that. And how do you, and so what you do is inside of your lead pages, so the first lead page that we put in, so let me just see if we can go back to, let me just filter with this particular label that we have here. So for example, the first page of your funnel does not require a pixel. And this is a little counterintuitive to people. It's your second page. Now think about this for just a second, because a lot of people are going to land on your first page and not opt in. You can see here again, cold traffic. We had that 28% conversion rate, which again, just for full disclosure, when we email our list, we get like 60 or 70% conversion rate, but cold traffic 28% is not bad. I'm fine with that. But when people come here, that's not where we want them to track. It's this page. It's page number 2. So on page number 2, that's where we would put the first tracking pixel, which is the leads tracking pixel. So that means anybody that gets to page 2, they had to have put in their email address to opt in. So this is where the tracking code goes. So this one is, so it says 01 here, but for leads opts in, for people who have opted in to get the email address, that's the first tracking pixel. Again, a little counterintuitive. It goes on page 2, not on page 1, because a lot of people will get to page 1 and not put their email address. So the tracking pixel needs to go on page 2 for the emails. The tracking pixel for sales needs to go after the sales page. Okay, so if we go to here, let's go back to the sales, to this split test here, or excuse me, to this test here. If somebody's actually going to purchase, then we need the tracking pixel on the thank you page after they have purchased. Okay, so that would be the next pixel. And because we have an option for somebody to buy at $7, and we have another option to buy an upgrade at $97, we have 2 tracking pixels. So don't let that throw you off. It's really not that complex. It's one tracking pixel after the opt-in and another tracking pixel on the thank you page after purchase. So really, it's just keep it simple. And what that does is it allows us to track how much did it cost per customer per sale. Okay, and that's ultimately what we want to do. So when we create these, we can put it in there and get the I'm not going to save those particular changes that we just made, but that's how you can do it. Let me just go into one other thing here. I want to answer a few more questions. So Jay, is the funnel process the same if we don't have lead pages? Yes, the funnel process is the same if you do not have lead pages. However, if anybody is interested in getting lead pages, please write the word lead pages. So if you're interested in getting lead pages, please write the word lead pages, and I'll give you a link. They gave us, I just had a great lead pages webinar with people who are in one of my groups, and they just gave away some super solid information. I was really pleased with that. So if anybody's interested in getting lead pages, just write the word lead pages here and I'll give you a link. Then the Al, is the webinar replay going to be available? Yes, it most certainly is. And Rochelle, is there a different number? Is there a different tracking number for badge 2 and for P3, or are they the same? Sorry, Rochelle, can you be, I don't understand. I don't know what badge 2 and P3 are. Can you please ask the question a different way so I know what it is that you're asking? I'm sorry, I don't understand that. But what I love about this is they made it really easy. When I say they, it was Facebook. They made it really easy. And Facebook is, allowing you to run the Instagram ads and run, all kinds of different ads, and they're making it pretty straightforward and allowing you all the flexibility to go after the interests, the behaviors, the save the custom audiences and do all of those kinds of things. So that made it pretty awesome. So I was very, very pleased with that and how they did it. And I've been pleased with our results. Okay, a few people are asking about lead pages. That link is our affiliate link, and I'll just show you really quickly. One of the things that I recommend, I built a couple of custom lead pages, and you can actually, so when you get here, you can click this get lead pages in the upper right hand corner. You can either do an annual billing, which is the equivalent of $25 a month, or you can go month to month and pay $37 a month. So you just select which one of these that you want to do. If you do annual, you save like 40%. So there you go. But as you can see, I'm a big user of lead pages. So when I started using lead pages, I got I've since gotten over 30,000 emails in the last, probably 15 or 16 months, and they've pretty much all come through lead pages. So it's worked very well for me. I've been a big fan of their lead pages. And so, Rochelle, if you want to ask your question a little bit differently, and I'm sure I'm probably mispronouncing your name. Is it Raquel? I apologize. I know you've attended these before, and I've probably butchered your name more than once, so I apologize if I have. So any other questions, go right ahead. The other thing that we've been doing is I've just started a campaign. I just started using lead ads. Okay, lead ads. So what's lead ads? So lead ads are equally as cool as Instagram. So let me click over here and show you these lead ads. Lead ads are, in some cases, they're even cooler. And so what's going on with lead ads, and I'll show you, I'm going to walk you through what we're doing here in just a second. What these lead ads are is they're very, very interesting because when somebody clicks on a lead ad, they can give you your name and email without leaving Facebook. They can just type in their name and email right on their telephone or right on Facebook without leaving Facebook. And that creates a very, very awesome, seamless user experience. Okay, and so let me just show you. So these ads, from this perspective, they look very similar to a regular ad. And oh, it's not going to let me. It doesn't look like it's going to let me preview the ad here. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so it looks very similar, but it's slightly different. Okay, and when you click on the ad, so here I'm going to click view this post permalink for a second. The difference is you don't have to go to lead pages to give your email address. People could just give their email address right there on the spot when they click the subscribe button. Now, because you're viewing this on my desktop, you won't see the action. You have to see it on a mobile phone. But this works incredibly well on the mobile phone, because when a lot of people, if they click on your, they'll click on your ad, they might go to your website and then just bounce right back to Facebook. That happens a lot. So what this does is it is showing, this is showing a new way that you can get people's email addresses without having them leave Facebook. Now, this is a game changer, everybody. This is a really big deal. And the reason why it's a game changer is it allows people to really increase their conversions. And I know in some people, if you're having trouble with the focus, just give it a second, because it's a lot of times if you have a slow interconnection, or if you have slow Wi-Fi, it gets out of focus for a little while and then it comes back into focus. So sorry if that's happening for you. But in the lead links ads, let me show you what's happening here with these particular ads, because it's really cool. We got so far on our first try, our first pass, what we did is we created ads that worked with. We created these lead links ads, and we created 10 different audiences. And we know when we create 10 different audiences, we know that 8 out of the 10 different audiences are gonna not work very well. They're gonna be way too expensive. But what we're looking for is that 1 or 2 audiences that are working really, really well. And so what we had was some pretty interesting results. We had a couple of these audiences that were costing $10 a lead, which is way too much. We don't want $10 leads. But then we had a couple of them producing at $5 a lead, and that's starting to get into the realm of working. And remember, this is cold traffic. And then we had some that were producing $4 a lead, and then $3 a lead, and then we had one that was producing, under $3 a lead. And we're actually pretty happy with that, because the cost per email addresses, the cost per leads in the United States has gone way, way up. And and Lynn asks, are lead ads new? Yes, they are brand new. They've been out for about 3 weeks. Brand new, Lynn. Jer said, when you use this technique, do you get their Facebook email or their regular email? Great question. You get their Facebook email. Now, they do allow people to type in their own email. So you might also get their regular email too. Sometimes those are one and the same, Jer. Sometimes they're not. And so one thing that I want to show you here that's pretty interesting, and hopefully you guys can see this. I know this is a little small. Let me see if I can increase the size and make this a little bit more visible. So what I'm showing you here, and whoa, too big, sorry. So what I'm going to show you here is, and you can take a screenshot of this. These are the custom audiences that we used. And so what I did was, in each of these audiences, I filtered, I created what's called a lookalike audience. So, and then I filtered with people who like Marie Forleo on this one. I did the same thing. I created another lookalike audience, and I filtered with people who like Lewis Howes, and filtered with the people who like Smart Passive Income, and Amy Porterfield, and Entrepreneur, and Social Media Examiners, and Inc. Magazine, and Fast Company, Ramit Sethi, and Social Triggers. So those were the 10 audiences we used. And the reason why we did that, and I'm going to click this cost button here so we can sort by cost. The reason why we did that, sorry that this is moving around, but because it's zoomed in, it's a little sensitive and hard to control. The reason why we did that is because whenever we run a new ad, I never know what my cost per lead is going to be. And people always ask, what's the cost per lead? And we only know what the cost per lead is after the campaign is over. I'm never going to know. You're never going to know ahead of time. Now I can know what I can tell you what I've done on my last 10 campaigns, but that doesn't mean that this next campaign is going to be the same. So, you know, and sometimes I hear about people bragging about, oh, I get, you know, 10-cent leads or 50-cent leads, and it's usually not real. You know, it's usually or they're junky leads. They're usually not leads that turn into customers. And again, in just in the last couple months, Facebook has dramatically raised their price. We used to get quality leads for like $1 to $2, and now quality leads are closer to like $4. But with lead ads, so you can see here, we didn't get any emails from the, we didn't get any leads, and I can see, you know, this will say the number of leads from this audience, Ramit Sethi or Fast Company, but we did from Amy Porterfield, but it cost $10 a lead. Entrepreneur, we got 1 lead, but it cost $10 a lead. Inc. Magazine, 1 lead, it was $10 a lead. Social Triggers, 1 lead, it was $10 a lead. So we turned those off immediately. You know, we ran those for, you know, 48 hours, and clearly they were just too expensive. We turned those off. But these other ones were not bad. So 2 leads from Social Media Examiner at $5 a lead, 12 leads from Marie Forleo at $4 a lead. And when I say Marie Forleo, it's not from her, it's from this audience that was segregated using people who have liked her. $3 a lead from Smart Passive Income, and under $2 a lead from Lewis Howes. So you can see we got 21 leads from Lewis Howes. So what we did is, it's a really smart use of money. What I like to do is because I never know what audience is going to be the winner. What I like to do is I like to start a new ad. Whenever I start a new campaign, I run 10 different audiences at the same time. Each audience has $5 a day. So what does that mean? It means I'm going to spend $50 a day, but I only need to do that for about 48 hours. Okay, so essentially my test only costs $100. Totally cool. Okay, I'm totally happy to spend $100 to test and find the right audience. And then when I find the right audience here, then I can really target my budget. I could just spend $100 a day just on these Lewis Howes. I'm keeping them spread out a little bit because I still want to spread it out a little bit. But let me just show you an example here, because now I'm not spending $100 a day anymore. I'm spending $30 a day. But let me just show you an example here. So I could see this ad, Marie Forleo, is $4.91 per lead, but Smart Passive Income is $3, and of course Lewis is $2. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pause Marie Forleo. Boop, that's it. Super simple. And now I'm going to go and increase the budget for Lewis. All right, there you go. Bam. Okay, and so now it's just processing my order. So there you go. So now what I did is again, it's a smart use of money. I'm now I did my test. It only cost $100, and now I'm going to focus my efforts. I'm going to focus my money and spend my money on the one that converts the best, which is Lewis Howes. Okay, so it's a really cool way to make it give you the best use of your money on these lead ads. Now, I will say there is one thing that is unique about the lead ads. That is, when you get the emails, you have to go and get the emails from, you have to go and download the emails yourself. So I believe, let me just double check. I think they were up here in Power Editor. Oh, no, excuse me. I'm sorry. Where do the emails go when you get them directly from Facebook? And Al wrote, an @Facebook email is rarely being used. Al, that's not the kind of email. So I think we must have gotten the words mixed up when people say, do they use, or when Jer asked, do you use the technique to get their Facebook email or their regular email? I haven't seen anybody use an @Facebook email. I mean, I think they discontinued that like 3 years ago or 2 years ago or something. So that's not the kind of emails that we're collecting. What we're collecting is the emails that people use to log into Facebook, which is usually not the same. So where do you get these emails? So you go into your Facebook page, okay, and I click on Publishing Tools. And so these are where the emails are stored, if it's going to cooperate with me. Facebook has been very buggy today, so for everybody, I apologize. It has not been helpful to have this spinning donuts during our live webinar, but there's nothing I can do about that. Oh yeah, of course. And then it looks like this. That's always fun. Let's try this one more time. So where you get the emails there, you have to go to your Facebook page that you associated with your ad, and then you go into, see right here, it says Forms Library. You click in Forms Library, and you can see right there, there's our 59 emails that we got from this, and you click Download, okay? And that's where those emails are. So yes, Helen, there is a replay of this, and so if anybody is interested in talking to us about running Facebook ads for you, we're happy. We do have a Facebook ads service. I do have a one-on-one consultation that I'm going to pull up right now that we charge $97 for. So they're not free, but it is a 45-minute consultation where you can talk to me about Facebook ads. So if you're interested in having a one-on-one consultation with me, go ahead and write the word one-on-one in the questions box, and then I can give you the link. And then we can do a Facebook ad strategy session, and you can sign up for a 45-minute one-on-one strategy session with me. I'm happy to do that for you. So with that, go ahead, and so Al says, please confirm. Oh, yep, there's always a replay of this. And you guys will, if you're on this call, you'll get a copy of this, and then we can talk. And let me just make sure that I'm going to give you guys the correct link. Give me 1 second here before I get to, yeah, there we go. Okay, so a few people are asking about this, so let me click the link here. Go ahead and you can click, you can schedule right there, and Lynn, the you can, if you click, there's a $97 link where you can schedule a one-on-one with us. So hopefully this was useful to you. Sorry about the bugs on Facebook that made it clunky the way that I wanted to show it a little bit better. But if anybody would like to see the actual funnel that people will go through here, let me see if this will allow you to click on this. If you'd like to see the actual funnel, then go, and you want to see how we actually do it, how we actually make the money, go ahead and, oh, thanks, Marie. So Marie, click on that link that I just sent below. It says scheduleu.in. Just click on that link and you can schedule the one-on-one. And if anybody else would like to see the funnel and see how this works for yourself, just write the word funnel in the questions box, and then you can go to this link here. All right, so click on that link, profitfbads.com, and you can, then that'll take you to the start of the funnel. So you'll see this page and you can go through it. All right, with that, thank you everybody. There will be a replay. I'll be posting it in the Facebook group, and we will see you next Tuesday. Namaste.